Welcome back to part number 3 of my Seleukid Empire playthrough. This was supposed to be a sit around or mull about and build. The Antigonids were supposed to cede this to us, and we were just supposed to sit around and wait to annex Parthia and then get into it with the day here. Parthian annexation is a 497, which theoretically should beat this, although you never really know. If we were to take, say, the Temple of Zeus or change to a domineering stance, we probably would beat it by a fair clip. We would annex Parthia before the Dey could steal it from us and then attack us. But we don't have a claim here, and then there's a fairly sizable defensive league. Even with our Diadochi, we don't have any sort of claim because it's Greece. So I was thinking maybe, just because I want to have it available, we could drop a claim here and then let that go or play through. As to whether we would want to engage all these guys without any claims, I don't really know. It's usually very challenging. As you'll note, there are many forts in that area. All these yellow are enemy forts or would-be enemy forts. I note that Macedon is still alive. He's in Corinthos. He has a level 2 fort. It's going to level 3. We have these siege engineers. If we were to plop down an army right there and land in, or just sort of get right here with our navy, we could disembark and go to Corinthos, which is, I believe, Macedon's only holding. He still has this tribal vassal here, and it's part of this this province here. So it probably has a fair. It's all Hellenic, right? It is, and the culture is Paeonian, which means we could use some Paeonians because a lot of these guys are Macedonian in these cities, like here, for instance, or take Pelat, for example. We have 53 Macedonian pops there. And there are going to be Macedonian slaves that are going to be mulling about in Pella and not promoting. So if we move some of these Pannonians down, it will allow our Macedonians integrated citizens to promote to freemen, citizens, and nobles. And these guys can promote to be the slaves or freemen. So they're quite useful in that manner. It will help our research rate, actually, substantially when we get these Macedonians up into citizens and nobles. I spent quite a bit of money, not quite a bit, but some money shuffling pops about. I essentially filled up these cities here, here, and here with Macedonians. Wouldn't mind having some Pannonians. And that's the plan. Let's hire this mercenary stack here. What is his skill? 14, good for me, okay. And we'll send him up in that direction. We need 2. We may need 2. I think this tribe here can be engaged as well. It's a tribal vassal of Macedon as well. So we could take this out as we have claims there, surely, as we just saw. Maybe we could engage them both at the same time. That sounds like a reasonable idea. Let's do that. While the claims are still valid. Let's hire this guy as well. And we can engage you right now. And as long as we're at it here, we'll engage you simultaneously so our leader does not die and we don't lose out on that claim. It should be fairly simple and over before it really starts. I'm also building aqueducts here in Pella so that I can get the population capacity up. Why not build another? So as to move the capital from our present location. Our cities here are pretty much maxed out. Our cultures are... There's not a lot of Macedonians about. I've done what I can. There's some Macedonians here in Babylon now. But as for building more aqueducts here, I don't really see it because we're going to end up in Pella before much longer goes anyway. So We'll just leave that alone. Carry on with our Macedonian region activities here. We're going to stack wipe this guy, surely. We've done it. Another stack wipe here. And another stack wipe here. Called up the Macedonian levy. We'll go and see about this Oreos fellow. He just took over Chalkis. He's done. His siege just fell. We'll take that as well. That siege fell as well. We'll go here and just garrison these areas. Heading down to Oreos. We'll assault that fort and hopefully end this war quickly. I'm going to assault that fort immediately. That didn't really work out quite as well as I had hoped. Corinthos has fallen. I'm going to pick up our siege engineers and maybe expedite this siege there. 6 stability, I'll take it surely. We've lost some random barbarian stuff here. We're going to try to deal with them. Looks like we can sue for peace in our second war. Macedonia was not the war leader because he was already the war leader for this first war. We seem to be able to action the imperial ambition during a war. My recollection was you had to be at peace, but I don't think we'll do it because we'll have to commission some of these. Well, theoretically, we'd probably want to keep the same. I think we get a slave output bonus. The problem is our commerce is so much higher and our tech is so low that if I catered to the ideas that I'll have, the military, one of each, military, civics, oratory, etc., I would probably end up changing them again, and I'm in no particular hurry for it, so we'll just leave it be. We dropped the siege of a Macedonian ally. Let's see exactly who we are at war with. Those are them. This power here, Oreos and Paeonia, and of course Macedon here. I'm gonna take to Oreos and then assault it and hopefully end this war. Here we go. Boom. 97 war score. I see. Let's see. Well, let's see if we can take it anyway. It's all good. 7 AE. I'll take it. So the Macedonian elite. Let's imprison them. Maybe we'll get one of the ones with blood of the Argid. I'm not holding my breath though. The rest, off they go. We have more imaginary prisoners. They're not real though. We have a religious advance. Let's see what's going on with our technology. We're about at the maximum, which is 125 at present. We have 4 in the bank here. We can take this and lose some aggressive expansion. We probably need to get there anyway. And also raise our maximum research efficiency slightly to 150. So let's do just that. We'll go like this. That. And we'll take 10 or shave 10 right off the top, as well as get 10% PI for diplomatic relations +1. So this is no longer 30% malice, it's a 20%. Good for us. I was able to take 3 Macedonians, 2 of which are Hellenic, out of this province, which has the auto-assimilation. We'll move them over here to Idu. And then maybe Babylon. There are indeed a fair number of Macedonians that are starting to pop up. This province here without a city, I was able to consolidate 11 Macedonians here, and I'll move 10 of which are movable. One of them is a freeman, can't be moved here for promotional activities. We just hit another oratory, or I think, yeah, oratory advance, and we can take another diplo relation here, so that shaves another 10% off the malice. It's just slight now. I note here this is about to go under. I'm going to put a temple there while the templing is good here. Let's see about this area here. It's about to slip under the threshold there as well. I doubt that this area is even close to... It is Hellenic though. Okay. So here we have a lot of Zoroastrians and an overpopulated city. So let's move a couple out while the moving is good before it goes down, so it won't be forever essentially overpopulated. And then we'll move them maybe right here or whatnot. But here we have, this one's about to go under as well. This one, let's see, the religious Chaldean. I think if I were to build temples in both of those areas, it would slow the bleed, as well as maybe I can just consolidate pops there and just not worry about it, hopefully. Just, it'll go down, but hopefully come back up. I'll move some Zoroastrians and whatnot, Chaldeans, whom not, into these various areas. And then these countryside people will assimilate faster as well as convert. That's the plan. I'd like to get started on a wonder as well, but I believe I don't have the 180 PI necessary, and I'll just wait. We make money hand over fist, so I may as well spend it. We have a martial advance. Let's see what we can do with that. Can build some theaters as well now. Boom. That's a big boom right there. Let's see, our research. Yep. I'm going to use the macro builder. We'll get these theaters in areas that are in need of theaterizing. Here and there. Here. This area has a positive uptick, so I don't really need it, as it's not going to be our home region for terribly much longer. I'm going to stay away from building theaters in our home region, as we have the auto assimilation policies rolling along like so. So that means that these areas probably will be well served by a theater, if I don't miss my guess. Let's see, for instance, how close is this to the edge of... Well, this one didn't need it per se, as these are integrated cultures, but it won't be like that forever. This one is about to blow. This one here, I believe... Well... Are there any non-integrated cultures here? That's the question I need to ask myself. They all look to be Persian, so these theaters are... Don't! I just destroyed my temple there. I have to build it again. Yes, it's life in the big city there, I suppose. So we'll not build that theater, and we're going to rebuild our temple there. I built more stuff. These provenances here have slipped under. I had no idea. I just wasn't going to look, as I knew it would be bad, and it is. Our consort wants a job. I suspect she'll pay a hefty sum once she gets one. 65 PI for 5,000 manpower. I surely will take it. We have a civics advance. Let's see what we can get. Build costs. We seem to be building quite a bit, so we'll do that. Alright, I need to get our new Macedonian capital at some point up to snuff, as we'll be here in the blink of an eye, I think. I need to find some Macedonians, or whom not. Actually, it's all Macedonian, isn't it? We're going to move these Paeonians down into Pella, so that they can be slaves and freemen. Drop a theater there and a couple of aqueducts, or an aqueduct. She just paid about 1,200 gold or so. And barbarians, I see. I'm going to try to improve the opinion of this territory, or this Olympia. Maybe we can turn them into a feudatory or something, or client state. Who knows? Because I don't want to deal with this entire lot in his defensive league, really. One of our territories here is going to rebel. We're going to leave our would-be capital and maybe reposition our army over here. We can take some PI with an event. We'll lose a bit of stability. I'll take it. I see. Well, well. I don't know where these guys... Oh, these are the Macedonians that we captured. That's right. Look at these guys. We can certainly extract the blood of the Argid here is all that's left. He would be ailing, of course. So if we release this guy... and then say make him a citizen, what happens? It looks as though our dear daughter Zophoris is not as yet married. And I would, if we go by loyalty, we just gave that guy citizenship. He should be hugely loyal. Or something. There he is. Boom. We've done it. As I have like 55 or 6,000 hours or something like that in this game, this is a repeating theme that happens. I don't know why these guys always end up ailing, but it's like nearly impossible unless you pay like super close attention and play like Bloodline of the Whatnot game. I don't want to play that game, so these guys are going to marry and immediately have children because, well, the algorithm is set so that these guys are really hard to come by. I don't like to cater to it, so I'm going to have my own algorithm that says their algorithm is irrelevant. If these guys were like not ailing every single time that you get them, it would be, you know, just sort of RNG, like, well, you know, it's a bad playthrough or whatnot, but it happens every time. So in honor of that every time, I'm going to have some children immediately. I went for lucky number 7. Some time has passed. I've been taking care of barbarians. We saved some money. I think we can build a wonder now in one of our capital cities. And I believe that should be certainly achievable for tier 3 immediately. We can, right there, yes. And we'll just roll right down. If you get with money in the beginning, I think it probably will pay for itself in spades. So let's, is there a slave labor bit here? Honored slaves, and then maybe citizens or something else, and I think it's going to be citizens. Yep. And we'll catch the nobles when our technology is available. It's down the oratory tree. So let's choose a... Whoa. Where did you come from? And holy moly. Well, I could put her down as a researcher, I suppose. Or we could get this wonder built sooner than later. It's going to cost us a bit of money, but I'm... sort of the timetable here, the 497 is really tight. What'll that get us? I don't know what that gets us, really. 33 PI, I see. Maybe we'll just leave it be. I'm going to start toward the Persian traditions here. The decade is rolled over. I'm going to give myself another 40 PI as well. Well, I think our conquering days over here are over, at least in the near term, so I'm going to make the march across here to deal with this rebellion. If worse comes to worse, over here in our Macedonian holdings here, we can hire mercenaries as needed. We'll take some stability here. We can begin the integration of these tributaries that work client states, I believe, here as well. Let's do that here. I see. Not quite yet. We have an oratory advance. Can we do anything with it is the question. We'll just sit on it. We'll take some money, surely. Media C has revolted officially, and we are going to officially siege their capital. And peace it is. Well, I got my answer. We have a casus belli here, which is lowering the opinion of this activity here, so they are not inclined to be a feudatory or a client. So, as we have quite a bit of political influence, I am going to change over to the domineering stance and see if we can expedite the annexation of Parthia. When is it coming in now? 490. I'm going to move some pops up from this area to our cities. I'm going to continue building aqueducts here in hopes of one day having a decent sized legion. In fact, I may well build another city here. There's so many Macedonians about. Where do I want my glorious city? Horses, glass, olives. Olives. That sounds good. Let's have it there. I'm going to take the plunge toward formulatic worship right now and get a bunch of other bonuses while I'm on my way. Plus 0.50 tick and 15% conversion speed. Let's let a month roll over and figure out what that does for, say, this area. It does a fair bit, really, yeah. I've been keeping a close eye on this Temple of Zeus, and he has strayed from his defensive league and is now allied with tiny little Antigonid Kingdom here. So if I declare war on the Antigonid Kingdom, we still have our the casus belli from our Basilius. We end up at war with not many, really. Herelia. This wherever that is exactly, somewhere around in here, and there he is right here in Achia. That's the extent of the lot, really. So if I hire these mercenaries right now, the question is, do I let any time pass? Or do I just declare the war? Because I know this mad game well enough to know that if even a day passes, my Basilius could well die. Boy, oh boy. Let's let a day pass. We'll not be too particularly not. Well, I'm not keen on him dying, but I'm not keen on addressing it with no morale mercs either. See, it didn't happen. I think I may well have pushed my luck further than I care to. I'm going to declare this war right now. And have at it. This large merc stack has arrived. We're going to be able to pick him up. Let's see if he has, we'll put him on that. We're going to head over here to this Antigonid land as ASAP. We just stack wiped an Antigonid army here. We've occupied his capital. I'm going to assault that fort and get on with my day. The siege of Megara has fallen, as has the Antigonid Empire. I'm going to go over, head over in this direction and go after our real war goal of Olympia. We may as well drop this fat stack here to join that fray. We won anyway. Well, off we go here. Let's head here. We can't. Why not? The fort. The siege of Thermos has fallen. Let's head here. We can't. We can though. We'll just use our navy. So this, yeah, we can go there with that army. No, here. I said we're at war with this Herelia as well, so why not go to the Heralian capital? Looks like we're victorious. We lost here. I called up a levy. Something happened. And Media Magna is leading a war of independence against us. We'll get them. We stack wiped them. This is another thing that's rather frustrating about this game. You would think that there's no malai here to any of these reproductive activities. In fact, he's loving. Well, that doesn't make a difference. And here, I don't see anything about not having kids. You would think they'd work on it. But for whatever reason, they haven't. So our deity of fertility is going to step in, namely me, and they're going to have some children. The succession is now safe. We have a male child, a male child, a male child, and a female child. Quadruplets. We'll drop this siege. I'm going to see about assaulting this fort here immediately, so as to perhaps peace out with our primary war goal, the Temple of Zeus, early. I believe that was it. We have done it. Let's, Heraclea here looks to be the only holdout. We want a siege award here and can, I believe, peace out here shortly. Let's get our primary war goal here off the books while the getting is good. Let's do it. Boom. So that should markedly increase the speed with which we're able to integrate Parthia. At the end of the month, I'm going to check. Alright, it was 490. And now it's 485. It's something. Let's assault this fort. Boom. On to the next. Assaulted this fort away as well. These guys are not feeling well, but who knows? Another assault. I think they have it in them. Let's do it. Oh well. Our city has come online. I'm going to populate it with Macedonians, etc. Bambis has integrated as well. We can peace out here, I believe, or just try to close this whole war out and take the lot. That's it. 100 war score. We should have little trouble taking everything. That'll do it. 13 AE. Boom. Well, we'd like to deify our ruler, but we need 15 more PI. I maybe should have waited, but wars can drag on and strange stuff can happen. We also have the popularity requisite to create an imperial ambition. What's our tech now? 4. I'm going to wait until we get to tech 8. There's no rush. With that having been said, I think this is going to do it for the episode. There's a rebellion that is popping up here in 54 months. Other than that, nothing really much going on. The loyalties are, well, they're alright. As you'll note, there's just one rebellion. So, I'll not look again. Let's just check we're becoming quite Hellenic. And let's just check a couple of just random provinces out in, say, this area. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very negative, but not really all that bad. U, 0.01 down. As it Hellenizes, it should get better. This area, actually positive. That's sort of strange. U, positive. And this would be wildly positive. Why are you positive? Well, there's no knowing. It is positive, and we'll not worry about it. If it's not broken, I'm not going to fix it. I hope to see you in the next episode.